join in, see what's going on. Yeah, live stream mobily. We'll see what's going on with everybody here. This live stream is just really just to check in with everybody, see how everybody's doing. Yo, what's up, Blaze? What's going on, man? Yep, it's a open discussion, so I'm just checking in with you y'all, see how y'all doing. Yeah, what's up? My daily side, what's going on, man? Like, how is Hump Day for you? Yeah, I got some slight. Well, I wouldn't say it's interesting news, but some slight news. Slight news to share, and then just kind of go forward with what's going on. But yeah, we lost snow here in Texas. Yeah, no, man. I hope that everything's okay. Uh, that's kind of crazy, man. I lived in Texas before. I actually lived in Northeast Texas, near Tyler, and yeah, I've never seen it snow in Texas the way it's coming down right now. That's new. So, but I mean, I hope you guys are doing okay out there. Has power been restored, or did you lose any power in your area? Whew. Yeah. So I don't think. Uh, yeah, you just got it back. Awesome. Well, I don't think there's gonna be like a lot of people today. Just because I've been very inconsistent on YouTube. School's been closed the last few days. So you got like 3 days, 3 days to chill then. Yeah. So kind of break it down to to those who are here. Since you guys are here for this, I'll say this. Um, yeah. Recently, I came in contact with somebody that had the virus, and so after finding out, I went and got tested, and I was actually surprised. Um, the test results came back negative. So I thought it was good. I thought everything was good with me. So yeah, I just went about normally, and then over the last 2 days, I've been feeling really crappy. So I'm going to retest again, just because yeah, I don't feel so well. I don't know. Maybe it's just being just slightly nervous. Um, Only because like for like the longest time, like everyone's always telling me like be careful, be careful. I'm diabetic. My immune system is not that great, according to like doctors and stuff like that. So I'm just like, okay, I got you. Like I have to be twice as careful. I have to be, it's. I mean, it is what it is. And I guess that's to answer like the last time that I went live when I was talking about Android and Android 12 and all that other stuff, and then at the end, like I got pretty emotional and was just like thanking all of you guys, those that watched the videos that come and watch the live streams, and even watch the non-tech videos. Like I'm surprised. I didn't think I would get more than 3 views on any of the live streams where I was just playing on Stadia, playing video games, and you know, it got more than just 3 views. I know people can be meticulous and picky. They'll just be like, "Well, Tito's not talking about tech, or he's not talking about the Google Pixels or Android, so I'm just not gonna watch." And I feel like that's totally fine. I mean, people subscribe to the channel for specific things that I've done on the channel, and so if I'm not doing that, I don't expect them to be interested in any of the things that I do on the side. And I know that my channel's been very clunky lately. It's almost as if it's like so fragmented and clustered. because I want to do more things. And some people just don't find an interest in it. Some people don't find an interest in movies, or maybe they do, but they just don't want to hear it from me. They'd rather hear it from like those channels that've been established with talking about movies and things like that. And I totally get it. Me personally, I'm just trying to try something different on the channel because I mean I could talk about tech all day. I could talk about Android. I could talk about Google Pixels, but when there's not enough news coming out for that, then what do I do? Just take an off season, you know? So I thought, if I like play some stuff on Stadia, maybe I could attract a different group of people that watch videos on YouTube and kind of bring them over. And maybe, by them coming over and watching, like the live stream of like playing games on Google Stadia, maybe they might see like, oh, this dude talks about Android too. So then you might kill two birds with one stone. I mean, that was the mentality that I have. Just to answer a question that I've got, like, why has my channel been so spread out, and why am I not sticking to just one thing? And that's really it. That's the reason why that I do it. Um, YouTube has always been that place that's just been where I can, kind of try to show off my creativity to an extent when I make videos. At the same time, too, just to go live and just hang out and talk with people, all across the country and possibly even around the world at times. It's always been something fun for me to do. I made some good friends along the way, um, you know, and apologies to them if I haven't really been communicative with them. They know who they are, and yeah, just when you when you worry about things, your life, the your perspective in life is just completely changed, completely different. Um, while I advocate for people to actually, find and enjoy devices um, that I review or talk about or whatever, at the same time too, I feel like like a slight responsibility to pushing that in people's lives. What's up, coffee? What's going on? But like pushing that into people's lives, and then wondering why people are so immersed in digital worlds and not really creating some substance in life as far as like real life relationships and things like that. Like, call me weird for thinking that way, but I feel that way at times. I feel like the very things that people would say bitch about on Twitter, you know, um, I kind of project, like push. So I always try to find like a way to kind of project balance, to remind people to have some sort of balance. Sometimes, you got to put the phone down at dinner time and actually have discussions. Those types of things. I try to do that. Um, but yeah, you know, that's the gist of it. That's sort of like where I've been the last couple of days. Trying to do things. Yesterday, I just felt like hell. So I'm not gonna say that this pertains to the virus itself until the second results come back, and if it tells me that I'm actually positive for it, then I can tell you guys like, yeah, this is what I experienced. But the person that's close to me did test and test positive for it, and so um, yeah, I'm like in contact with them. Would you ever consider switching to iOS because of the devices and the good integration? I actually have an iPhone. I actually do. I actually use an iPhone. So like, I use my Pixel 5. That is my main daily driver device. But I also have an iPhone 10s, and yeah, I use both. Yeah, yeah, coffee. That kind of side blinded me. Um, luckily, all this went down after Ray and Carlos came to Phoenix, because then if when I was in contact with that person that tested positive for it, um, before Carlos and Ray came here, then they would have to go get tested. So, and they can go get themselves tested if they wanted to. But the person I came in contact with that actually tested positive for the virus was after I hung out with them. So, thankfully, um, and hopefully my second results comes back negative, because like, I don't know. I'm just like that. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be for sure. I mean, um, symptoms that I've had right now, it almost feels like that at times. I have shortness of breath. Like it's hard to breathe. that much I felt. I haven't lost my sense of smell. I can smell certain things, but the scents are faint, right? So like, you ever like, I tried this the other day. You take like a can of not a can, but like a little container of like Vicks Vapor Rub, and you know how when you pop the cap off, you immediately get that rush of like, the eucalyptus and the menthol, and you can smell it. It's pretty faint. Oh, over here they have tests. They have free tests. I mean, you can go to a Walgreens. You can get tested there. Um, Downtown ASU campus, like right at the door, they have test kits right there, and you can test. It goes to the lab. Sometimes they're pretty quick about it. Like, you can get your results back, with like an 18-hour turnaround time, and then I think the longest that some people have told me they've waited, that done their test over there was like almost 48 hours. So only state testing, privates are not allowed. Is there a reason why that they won't let anyone test? Like, why tests are only specific, and not for just like, anybody, like any private person? You have no idea. Maybe maybe they just they don't want to run out of supplies. Maybe that could be it. Maybe they're just like, because then, there are people who just like, they'll sneeze like achoo and think that they have the virus and go run and test, and then it's a negative, and then like 5 days later they achoo, and then they run and they go test again. If that bee stings me, it's gonna hurt. I know it. You can test private check for antibodies. Gotcha. So like, just to answer the question on it, am I scared? Of possibly testing positive on the second test? No, I'm not scared. I know I'd have to be very careful. Of course, rest a lot and just ride it out, because I mean, I don't know. My doctor's weird about things. It's just like, diabetics don't have the best immune system, and this could actually like get worse for me. I don't know. I have no clue. I just know that whatever happens happens. I know my lady's like absolutely paranoid. She's afraid. She's a because I mean, yeah, you got to be real about it. People have lost their lives because of this, so she's afraid about it. And of course, today in medical science, we don't have enough information on it whatsoever. I mean, we have a name for it. We know what it does. We know that it's mutated a few times. That's that. But like, we don't like, in the medical books. There's not a full chapter on it, and there's not too much. There's not too much that we know. We don't know its actual origins. People can say where it came from, but we don't know its actual origins. We don't know a lot about it, which is the reason why that it's very scary for some people. Some people just completely lock themselves in their home. Um, I didn't. You know what I mean? I masked up. I went out. I had sanitizer with me all the time. So it even shows you that you can really kind of bunker down and try to like live your life in this way where it's like, every time you touch something, hand sanitize, wear a mask, wear two masks. You still can get it. Okay. I'm not saying that people shouldn't wear masks, or that people shouldn't, protect themselves. I'm just saying that, hand sanitizing, washing your hands, washing, yourself thoroughly, and wearing a mask, and wearing, a face shield, um, doesn't make you 100% foolproof, protected. Okay, there's still a chance you can get it. I'm on the phone now. I'll write more about it when I get on the. Okay, no problem. No problem, bro. You can write more about it in chat if I'm still live. If not, just post a long comment for people to read. So, no, of course, but it can't help. Yeah, it helps. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want people to feel like that I'm spreading a message of like forget all the protection or whatever. It doesn't work. Like, no, like you should still protect yourself. I'm just letting the people out there who think that because they use hand sanitizer and maybe like the isopropyl alcohol wipes and everything like that, and they put a mask on. It doesn't make you 100% protected from it. You still get it. But the chances are, you know, which no one has the actual statistic ratio, but I'm just saying, you still do your thing, still mask up, still wash your hands, still sanitize yourself, still sanitize your phone too. You know what I mean? Like I see some of the most dumbest things out there. Just talking real. I just see some of the dumbest things out there. I'll see people that's like so overly paranoid that they will sanitize their hands, but they won't sanitize their phone. Like I put my phone in a case. You know what I mean? I have isopropyl alcohol wipes to wipe down my phone every so often. You put it down and you do stuff. Do I get sick often? No, I don't. Like before all this, I would say I would only get sick once a year. Like once a year. Ricardo, what's up? What's going on? Um, Once a year, I would catch like the common cold, and that usually happens um, either in fall or in spring of that year. Like if I got sick in spring from like a cold because of the weather changed from like cold to hot really fast and it just messed with me, I'll get a runny nose and headaches and um, you know not the flu but just flu like symptoms. But if it doesn't happen in the spring, it usually happens in the fall. It usually happens when the weather switches here because it extremely affects this area when the weather changes from hot to cold or cold to hot. It's not like a very slow change off where it warms just a little bit over time. Like yesterday, highs was like 62, right? Which is nice. I think today it's supposed to be about that too. Also, yeah, highs today 61, but um, well, I mean the highs today is supposed to be 66. Right now it's 61 degrees. It feels like it's 61 degrees according to the weather app, but it's supposed to be up to like 66. But then you got like a dramatic jump the next day. It's going to 73, and then 78 the day after. You know what I mean? Like so, it's like a really big jump. That's how the weather impacts me. Are you looking forward for the new Batman Justice League movies this year? Or are you a fan of DC and Batman? I've been a fan of Batman for like the longest time. DC Comics. I don't know. It's hard for me to pick one particular comic brand to just rock with. Because I like Marvel for the things that it has, like the X-Men. X-Men's been one of my that's like my top favorite Marvel comic. I would say is X-Men. I bought and read a lot of those. That and Spider-Man 2099. I bought and read a lot of those. But I also bought DC comics too, like the Detective Comics, which focused on Batman. And then you also have the Batman and the Dark Knight. I bought a lot of those. I wasn't a huge fan of Superman, um, but a lot of Batman. So Justice League is all right. I'm okay. I'm actually pretty cool. With the Justice League series. Um, I'm hoping that they do it better than what they did with the previous one. The previous one, it was good. Don't get me wrong. The movie was good to a degree. I just felt like that they just really kind of rushed plots in the movie. You know what I mean? Like I would have been okay with the entire movie not having Superman in it because it would have been a good climactic build up for the next movie, right? Like we know in the Justice League they are forming together, Batman, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Flash, and Cyborg. Like we're watching them unite as an elite team, but no Superman because of what happened in Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice. You know what I mean? That Superman was slightly, I guess you could say, killed off. I thought it would have been great to have just led that movie into reviving him, not lead most of the movie into finding a way to revive him and then reviving him. Um, yeah, that I don't know. I just thought they could have really kind of stretched that out and really kind of played it well. But I like Batman. I remember when I was a kid and I watched the Michael Keaton version. That was kind of funny. Um, I just thought it went weird when Val Kilmer donned the cowl, and it got even more weird when George Clooney and Chris O'Donnell, Batman and Robin. That was kind of weird. And what's her name? Alicia Silverstone donned as Batgirl. Yeah, that's where that series lost me. And then Christopher Nolan's the Dark Knight series I thought was amazing. I till today still love watching it. Um, this Batman, however, that we got right now, in the form of Ben Affleck, it's okay. I think it's weird that was it Robert Pattinson's playing younger Bruce Wayne and telling the Batman story before it leads up. So Ben Affleck still is going to be Batman in future Batman movies and Justice League movies. But yeah, I don't know, just thought it was weird. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Nah, that's why I didn't put anything regarding possibly having the virus. I didn't put that out on social because I don't want to say this yet. I got to see the results and see if it says positive. Like I said, my first test said negative, so I was just like, great, But I just feel like crap. Like at this yesterday, I pretty much spent the most time in bed yesterday, um, resting, sleeping a lot, and yeah. I think the only thing that I'm even remotely feeling close is just a shortness of breath and like tight around my chest. That's pretty much all that I'm really feeling. It's like slightly like a burning chest, but tight. And every now and then, like shortness of breath and a slight cough here and there is really what I'm experiencing. Um, yeah, so that's why I want to test again, take a second test, and then see what it says. If it says that I test positive, then yeah, thanks, bro. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm praying too. But if I have it, then I'll definitely share on social like what I'm going through, so people can understand. Because I know a lot of us, those that have gotten it, have kind of like shared their story. You know what I mean? Like Latrell shared his story. Um, Mike from B Tech Review shared his story of what he went through, and yeah, so but people are still wondering like because everybody reacts differently to it. So there's people out there that's just like still searching for like answers like what's going on and what did you experience, how did it affect you, so maybe if I test positive I can give a perspective, especially from a type 2 diabetic's point of view and what I'm going through and what I'm experiencing. But yeah, it's tough. This bee is going to keep bothering me. Can't wait. That's funny because like my kids, they always panic when there's like a bee nearby, and then they're like, "It's gonna sting me," and I'm like, "It's gonna sting you if you like get like all panicky or whatever." I'm like, "You can swat them away." I mean, I do. Like if a bee floats by me, I'll swat it to get it away from me. But like, I'm not gonna have my heart rate elevate to where it'll agitate the bee, and then the bee can just like sting me, which sets off a pheromone to let the other bees know that it attacked me, so they can all fly over here and attack me. Go away. Yeah, I don't know. But besides all that gloomy news, there really ain't much going on with the tech space. Go away. Stop bugging me. There ain't much going on with the tech space. Usually, it's like around this time of the year where we're in a dry spell when it comes to tech. Um, Leading up into spring, where then you know, like Google may be announcing some of those changes that I talked about with Android 12 at Google I/O. If we're getting a Google I/O this year, I think we are, and I think it might just be like virtual. So which would be fine. I mean, it worked out for like other companies, to do their unveilings. Ooh, someone is blasting music here like crazy. What are they listening to? Jeez. Gosh, you hear my son. But yeah, what do they listen to? What music do you listen to? Share with us. But yeah, I'm kind of I'm kind of waiting for that. Um, Waiting to see what happens at Google I/O if there's going to be one this year. Um, we had a CES. You know, people went virtually to that, which was good because there, you know, some people that you know, generally wouldn't go actually attended this year's CES. So that was actually pretty cool. Some crap 21th cent music. Okay, gotcha. Um, but yeah, well, let's see what happens with that. Oh no, I'm hoping that things kind of turn around in the tech space. You know, as far as like phones and stuff like that. Hopefully, I don't know if you guys caught any of been watching Steve's videos or whatever, but some interesting news popped off with Dish, so that's actually pretty good. I'm liking that. I'm liking, you know, Dish's build up, so that you know we have like a fourth carrier, we have you know all kinds of, you know, competition, and kind of see what kind of like I'm kind of excited to see what kind of deals is going to be coming to the table regarding, um, you know, like the mobile stuff here. You know what I mean? So like, well, will we start seeing some very competitive deals um, that we've never seen before, or are we going to see the same type of competitive deals that we've seen before? Like that's my question when it comes to Dish and it growing as the fourth carrier. Um, Also, I don't know if any of you guys did. Any of you guys follow John Ledger on Twitter and on Instagram? Because it's funny, even though he's not CEO of T-Mobile, yeah, he still did a giveaway. It was kind of funny. Like it was an unexpected live stream he did. I think he did it on the Gram and on Periscope, I think, or Twitter. But anyways, it was crazy. He was giving away an iPhone 12, I think, and well, first place got an iPhone 12. Second place, he was going to pay their T-Mobile bill for a month. So, golly, man, I thought that was crazy. But even though John Ledger is not CEO of T-Mobile, he's still helping T-Mobile customers. That's cool. At least I think that's cool. Anyways, yeah, not too much really to talk about. So, if you guys see me go live and I'm you know and I'm doing gameplay and stuff like that, you know I'm gonna tell everybody feel free to pop in and just chat. This kind of like how we're chatting right now, but at least you're not just like looking at me talk on a camera. At least there's something interesting to talk, you know, well to see while talking to me or while chatting with me. I'll be doing a lot more of those. I'm still talking about tech, so for those people who think that like oh he's switching up, it's not even that. Um, I just want to like just you know just kind of like take my time, pace myself a little bit, and then come back to this thing full force when I'm feeling a lot better. Like I can sit out here right now to get some sun. Um, and I think that's something that I need to do. But at the same time too, I'm just like you know after a while I just start to feel like dizzy and just need to go lay down. And I'm starting to feel that right now. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm starting to feel that right now. So that's why I'm about to end this right now and just head on back to bed. I think I've been out here for a little bit, at least enough. Try it out, man. Seriously. I mean, you know what? To be honest with you, like I don't know if you follow my friend Squids. He advocates for Google Stadia quite a bit, and also you know he's into cloud gaming too. You know what I mean? So like you know using Luna and you know other various platforms to game, check his stuff out. But yeah, I would say if you like playing video games, like cloud gaming is the future. I know there's still diehard fans that are like completely all about the physical consoles, and don't get me wrong, I don't think physical consoles need to go away now, but cloud gaming is the future. Cloud gaming is definitely the future. Um, I'm back on the comp. Nice. Cloud gaming, you know, from what I've already done, like with Google Stadia, and I know a lot of people had given some bad reviews on it. Let me tell you that you really have to try it for yourself. I always question like when people go off and they're like, Stadia sucks and da 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 da. I really wonder if they play it. The the gameplay that you guys can see on my channel that I've done recently, like where I tried out three new Stadia games that I haven't played before. I tried them out on a live stream or whatever. I'm actually gaming on on the AT&T connection on my device. This phone that I'm live streaming with right now, its internet speed is what I use to play, and the gameplay is smooth. I think once or twice I had a small hiccup. That was playing Dead by Daylight, and it was telling me my connection was getting bad. Other games that I have played, like Power Rangers Battle for the Grid or Everspace or any of that, like those have run flawlessly on this internet connection. And again, I emphasize so much on Google Stadia only because I mean, I wouldn't consider myself like a major gamer, you know what I mean? But I have put Stadia to the test as far as usability. What I mean by that is that I play on my Chromebook when I'm here at home. If I want to continue my gameplay, but I have to go somewhere, you know, um, I can easily switch off to my Pixel 5 or to my tablet, whichever one I decide to play on. It is seamless. It is a seamless. It is seamless, basically. Um, so I mean, yeah, give it a try. And every month they update the library. So I mean, there's games that you do have to pay for to play, and then there's games that you get just for being a Stadia Pro member. Just for huh? What you talking about? I don't know. Maybe there might be something wrong because my lady's in the live and she said that she didn't see any comments in the live chat. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, yeah, definitely give it a try, man. Yeah, it's just think about it. I mean, you don't. One of the biggest advantages of cloud gaming is that you don't have to worry about you being responsible for the damage to the game, right? You don't have to worry about a scratched disc, a damaged cartridge, etc. Right? The only thing that would ever happen to the game is that the cloud server goes down, which would actually make it Google's responsibility to fix, so you don't have to replace the game, and because they have it on file that you bought a specific game or you claimed a specific pro game which is free. They know that they have to give it back to you, so you don't have to rebuy a game or anything like that. So I mean that's cool. um, yeah, you don't have to worry about any damages to games. And like I said, seamless, easy transfer from Chromebook to Pixel. And the best part is that there's no load time. The moment that I open up Stadia on my Pixel 5 and I click the game that I was just playing, it's right where I left off. It doesn't have to have like a load bar progression or any of that stuff. That's absolutely true. It doesn't have a load time. It's automatic where you were at. That's great. And you can just pick up and go and game. So that's always good. Um, Definitely give it a try. Plus, too, I mean, like, if you just decide to go with the Stadia Pro free games, that's a big library of games, and you're only paying basically $125 a year, right? Because it's like $9.99 a month, 12 months, tax. So they're about 125, $126 a year. That's not bad at all. Yeah, I think right now in my library I have maybe over 13. Oh, gosh, I'm gonna end this soon. Over 13 or 15 games. So you figure if like if each one of those games averages, let's say the average game cost today is like maybe let's say $40, you know, 40 times 15. Oh, what is your pixel? Yeah. Yeah, but you're getting those for free. You're getting those for free because you're subscribing monthly access for $10 for Stadia Pro. So they have a list of games that's for you free to play, and they're good. Guilt is a really good like horror game. Little Nightmares and Little Nightmares 2 is freaky beyond anything. I'm actually gonna try playing Little Nightmares 2. I might. I don't know. I'm debating on that because I haven't finished Little Nightmares Part 1, and I don't want to get into the second game until I've beaten the first game. Um, anyways, yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm like feeling like really weird right now. So I'm gonna go. Thanks for everyone that hang out and chat with me. I appreciate the prayers and everything like that. I'll let you know what the second test results are. Um, yeah. Hopefully it's negative. I would much rather have it negative than it say positive, but if it's positive, then I'll definitely be sharing on social platforms. My experience, what I'm going through, what I experience, so then people can, they can hear it from the horse's mouth, right? I think it's cool when people kind of share it. You don't have to be ashamed if you contracted it. You don't have to be ashamed. You don't have to be scared. It's not, it's not like contracting an STD or anything like that. So, okay, I guess. Wait, what? Payback with fuel. Ah, that sob. I get it now. SOB. Yeah. Let Coffee say what he wanted to say because he wanted to post something about why in his country that you know um, private citizens don't have access to testing like that. Like they have to have symptoms and first. If I remember, that's what you said, Coffee. Ah. My worker girl tested positive, and a week later, three guys did at the same time. Oh, hmm. Yeah, yeah. I have contact with her, so did I, cause we had it. Oh. What was your result? Oh, you didn't get it. Okay. Thanks, my day side. I appreciate it. Everybody, thanks for hanging out with me. I'm sorry I have to cut it off like this. I'm not feeling all that great. So, Sneed, welcome in. I'm about to dip out. Watch the replay to understand what I was talking about. But yeah, I'll let you guys know what my results are, and man, hopefully the second test is the same as the first one, and gives me negative. If it says positive, then you guys know. I'll share my experiences on social media so you guys know what types of things I experienced that may be different from like what Mike from B Tech Reviews experienced or what Latrell experienced. Uh, Fingers crossed that I don't have it, but I already feel like shit. So I'm gonna go back to bed. Y'all take it easy.